Hi, you guys. It's Samika. Today we'll be talking about case one, and case number one is in reference to the defendant, which will be St. Ashford Hospital on behalf of Miss Beverly, and the plaintiff will be Mr. Jacob Jones. So just to give a quick synopsis of this case, Beverly is an employee that works with St. Ashford Hospital, and she did not observe the minimum necessary requirements when she left a telephone message for Mr. Jacob Jones. Miss Beverly, she left a telephone message with Mr. Jones's daughter, and in that message she talked about his medical condition and his treatment plan. Big no-no. They also had a OCR, which is the Office of Civil Rights Investigation, and they indicated that confidential communications requirement were not followed by Miss Beverly when she left the message at Jacob's home number with his daughter. Mr. Jacob Jones, he left instructions for he to be contacted by the hospital at his work number. Now, these instructions were obviously not followed. So, in the case of Jacob Jones versus St. Ashford Hospital, on behalf of Beverly, I will be siding with the plaintiff, Mr. Jacob Jones. Mr. Jones, his rights, they were compromised by Beverly. The Health Information Portability and Accountability Act, better known as HIPAA, this act prevents unauthorized access to protected health information, better known as PHI. PHI includes the patient's name, addresses, and all of the information to the patient's health and possible payment records. Now, being that Beverly is an employee at St. Ashford Hospital, she is bound by this act, the HIPAA Act. Beverly violated the HIPAA Act when she disclosed Mr. Jones' medical condition and his treatment plan. Beverly has now made the hospital liable by releasing his health information. Mr. Jones left detailed instructions on how he would like to be contacted, and Beverly neglected to follow these directions. The patient's privacy should be adhered to at all times. There are some situations where family members can be made privy to a patient's care. For example, when a patient is present and has the capacity to make health care decisions, health care providers can communicate with family members as long as the patient does not object. Another example of when patient information can be disclosed to a family member is if the patient is not present, then the healthcare provider may disclose information with the family, but the healthcare provider must first base this information on the best interest of the patient. So in this particular case, the patient did not agree to have his information disclosed to his family member. In fact, Mr. Jones left specific instructions on how he would like to be contacted. Beverly placed St. Ashford Hospital at risk by discussing pertinent patient information in such a manner to where someone else other than the patient was now privy to the patient's health information. From a legal standpoint, Beverly should be held liable by neglecting to protect the patient's information. Had Beverly followed the guidelines for the HIPAA Act, then she would have realized that she should have refrained from disclosing the patient's medical condition and treatment plan unless it was to him directly. Or if the patient provided her with authorization beforehand to disclose this information to a family member. So in the case of St. Ashford, on behalf of Beverly versus the plaintiff, Mr. Jacob Jones. I definitely side with Mr. Jones because his rights were violated to a certain point. Beverly did not follow the direct guidelines of the HIPAA Act or patient privacy, so therefore she would be held liable in this case. Thank you.